Welcome back. Today we are joined by our real estate expert, Chad Kritzas from HomeSmart Realty. Welcome back. How's it going, Chad?
Good, Rob. Thanks. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm officially a broken record, and I'm assuming that most people could probably rewatch our discussions over the last 6 months to a year and probably say the real estate market just keeps getting better and better and better and better. So, how are things going in your world on your end?
Very good. I mean, the market, as everybody's sick of hearing, I'm sure, is crazier than it's ever been in the years that I've been doing it, and I think we're breaking all kinds of records statewide.
Yeah, so one thing I just want you to know is actually before let's see, last night my discussion with my 12 and 10-year-old son was they officially told me when they grow up they want to be a real estate agent. So I haven't dug in any deeper, but
So easy, right?
but I'll send them your way. So I
I
think we have a
appreciate
slide. If we could kind of talk about some recent numbers on the Rhode Island real estate market, if you can kind of walk us through and give us a little bit of update, that'd be great.
it. All right. So as we discussed, I mean, this is a year over year. So we're looking at last year versus this year. The median price of single-family homes up 16%. The number of sales up 2%, which is kind of something we're going to discuss because if you look at what looks like the speedometer, we're at 1.2 months of inventory, which is kind of redlined into a seller's market. If you're more in the middle of a balanced market is 6 months, and we're at 1.2.
Wow.
Meaning, and what that means is if no other homes hit the market, it would take 1 month to sell the homes that we have for sale.
Wow. Okay.
And then pending sales up 9.2%. A lot of buyers are finding that the condo market may be more affordable, although the number of sales in the condo world is up 14%, and multifamily prices are up 19%, and number of sales up 26% in that category.
So those are even
Uh,
higher.
they are even higher. We're seeing a lot locally. The multifamily market, especially as well, as really skyrocketed on our end.
Yep. Okay. Are you seeing in general, if you just took like call it January, the beginning of this year, just from a feel standpoint, are properties lasting any longer? I mean, this was I guess February data, right, where it was a 1.2 month supply. Has that
Right.
been keep going that way where it's getting smaller and smaller, or has it been pretty consistently that small?
That's a good question. I don't really know if it can get any smaller if you
Okay.
look at it. If you take this year, right now, this year versus this time last year, there are half as many listings on the market, just to give you an idea. And you and I have been having the same discussion for months and months and months, and there is literally half as many homes for sale.
Yeah.
Uh, I just ran some quick numbers knowing that we were going to be discussing this today. In Newport County in the East Bay, so we're talking 7, 8, 9 towns,
Yeah.
the average days on market was 11 days.
What was that? 11 days for the average?
Days on market. The
Wow.
time for a home to be pending, and most of them are much shorter. There
Yeah.
was just a couple higher ones in there that kind of skewed that number.
Okay. And are there certain types of homes that are actually selling faster than others? And I mean, that's just a crazy question, I guess, because they're just all selling fast. But do you find
Right.
certain homes that are selling faster than others?
Well, I think anything that's in decent shape, it's not a foreclosure, it's not in need of substantial, serious work. We're selling a house right now that had a cesspool, but by Rhode Island law, it has to be changed out and made into a septic tank within a year.
Yep.
So that took a little longer to sell because you need a buyer that has the funds to not only spend a $500,000, but then 20 or 30,000 to replace a septic after closing. So that scenario took a little longer just because you needed a certain buyer.
Okay. So, one of the questions that I have, I mean, I even say a couple of years ago, whatever, like you always think about as a seller, what are the things that I need to do to my house? And one of my thoughts, in talking to you today is it almost seems like you don't need to do anything anymore. People just want to buy it as long as, the bones of it are good. But, can you talk a little bit about, what items, is it like a deep cleaning, cluttering? Do you do some interior painting? Do you remodel? What's the generalization there, even right now in this market as a seller, that you would tell that the sellers that are coming to market that they should work on?
That's a great question. I mean, obviously, the first thing you're going to look at is how is your home going to photograph? Right?
Okay.
Nobody picks up newspapers anymore. And we have a big military buyer pool here, right? They're not getting off an airplane and picking up the daily news and figuring out what they're going to look at. They're looking at everything online, before they get here. They know what they want to see. So the biggest part of the marketing is the photography, the videos, the floor plans. So you want to declutter as much as possible, right? That's something that doesn't really cost you anything except time. get everything off the counters, the shelves, and really declutter is the number one. I was at a house yesterday, for instance. They've lived there 40 years, original owners.
Yep.
And it needs work, but it doesn't matter so much in this market, if that makes sense. But I did say the photographer's coming on Friday. We do need to declutter everything and kind of make it less personalized for the photos.
In that circumstance, do you believe that obviously that, they're going to sell the house? We know that in this market, but they've actually, with almost no cost, probably increased, if they didn't clean it up, they've increased what they're going to get for a selling price?
Well, you just want to make sure that when the buyers are looking at the home, they can picture themselves in it and not necessarily the person that's there the last 40 years.
Yeah.
So take on the rows and rows of pictures of the grandchildren, for instance. That, and also look at the time of year. I mean, you and I are talking on April 4th, middle of April, and it's the time to clean up the yard. Like our landscapers finally showed up today for the first time. It's time to, get everything cleaned up, mulched, get it pretty, get it ready for the spring market. We don't have the typical spring inventory that we would normally have, but we might as well still make the house show in the condition of, the spring market.
Right. How about for someone that's looking at saying, hey, let's take that client, for instance, right? And they're saying, hey, I want to do a remodel on the kitchen before I sell it because I think I can get more than my money back. And they're going to go spend $25,000 on a remodel. Is that something, and I know it's probably case by case, but what would your recommendation be at this point? Is it even worth trying to get, hey, if I make the kitchen look great, I might spend $25,000, am I going to get $50,000 more because the kitchen looks so good?
Also a good question. We talked last year about the National Association of Realtors cost versus value study. And there's really, and this is a year-old study, in this crazy market, but there's really nothing on that list that brings you back 100% return.
Okay.
Right? Because you might put in white cabinets and I might want gray cabinets, or you may use dark wood and I want light wood. So let's be honest, it's also very difficult to get contractors with this going on. I mean, I drive down my street and there's 5 dumpsters in driveways. Everybody's remodeling their house.
Right.
I mean, we just finished a 2-month remodel as well. So you may want to redo the kitchen when you move in, but you may be delayed based on availability of the specialists in that field, mattering how it is. So I think the short answer, and it wasn't really a short answer, was, you're probably not going to get 100% return if you take the time to do it. The other concern is timeline, right? What if it takes you 90 or 120 days to get this done, and somehow the market changes in that amount of time? And we don't know that it is, but there's things in the world like the vaccines. If people start feeling more comfortable letting people in their home, and the inventory increases, that's going to change the market dynamic a little bit.
Yeah. Do you believe that as COVID tends to dissipate a little bit, that is a reason to possibly get more inventory on this market?
I do. The house I was just talking about that's being decluttered, they both just had their second shot, and they wouldn't let anybody in their house. But now they had the second shot, and they called me right in.
That's great. All right. So I didn't even think of that. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, right? I wasn't thinking. I know that everyone wants to buy stuff now, but it's because the inventory is low is one of the factors. And by letting people in a house now, and people are now things are opening up, that makes some sense.
It may. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to change it overnight, but I think long term, it's going to start having an effect as people loosen up the reins.
Yeah. All right. Let's take the current market again, right? And a lot of times I think about we talk about market analysis and setting a price. And for me, it's, hey, do you set it right at a market analysis? Do you set it higher? Do you set it lower? And really, what would be the negative to setting your price higher right now? Because I feel like everyone wants something that if, hey, the market price came in at $350, why wouldn't I go much higher than that? Since I got nothing to lose, I'll just move it down tomorrow. What's your point of view on that? Is it the market analysis number? Is it the assessed value number? And then from there, where are you moving?
That's a great point. So the town or city assessments really in today's world, right? They're only assessed every 3 to 5 years, mattering on what town you're in. So the tax assessment on your property could be half what it's worth. If you have the ability to mentally handle underpricing your home, I mean, that's the best thing you could do, because the buyers are just going to drive it up and drive it up. I mean, we've had.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's not necessarily, hey, if I list it lower, you're going to drive that up because more people might be interested. It doesn't mean you're not going to get above the certain price that you might have in your head.
Right. I thought we priced a 3-family high recently, and we just got an offer $100,000 over asking. We had 9 offers in the first group of showings.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm talking, we're talking about $1 million property with no parking.
Yeah.
So, pricing it a little on the low side, it's a much more aggressive approach because the buyers are flocking.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't want to handle it that way because it's a little bit riskier. But the other side of it is if you put a little, if you do the market analysis and you put a little extra on top, you're probably still going to get it today.
Yeah.
2 years ago, I never would have said that to you, but today's a different day.
Right. I think I know the answer to my next question, but I want to know your view on it. And it's being, hey, if I'm thinking of selling my house in a relatively, 6-month period of time, is there anything that makes it worthwhile to either wait before the school year ends, wait till summertime, or wait till right before school starts? Is any of that come into play in this market of waiting, or is it just, hey, if you're ready to go, let's go? What do you think on that?
For a typical historic market, right? I've been doing this, I guess, for half my life now. A typical historic market is the spring market's always the best. The fall market's awesome. There's always a slowdown around the middle to end of August.
Mm-hmm.
The back to school, last minute vacations. I always see that as the slowest part of the year, even worse than, say, Christmas time, unless we get a bunch of snow, and then snow changes everything.
Gotcha.
But we haven't had that problem the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So right now you're in the heart of a spring market with no inventory.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, hey, I mean that time that I just asked you questions went by way too fast. I had like 3 or 4 more questions for you, but as always, thank you. Best of luck in this coming season of selling and buying for clients. But as always, thank you for some really good, valuable information for our viewers.
Appreciate it very much. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. All right, when we come back, we will examine how mutual funds work and when they're most appropriate. Stay tuned.